Hey, just took a shower, that's why my hair's wet. Today I'm going to be talking about the worst stage in one of my favorite games of all time, Katamari Damacy. I say it's the worst stage, but I actually kind of love it at the same time. It's so twisted that it's kind of like how you have like sympathy for villains, evil creatures sometimes. Like, oh yeah, they're just so into whatever, like in Cruella de Vil or whatever, like Maleficent. Like they're so good at being evil. And that's the cow stage from Katamari Damacy. The stage is pure evil. I cannot believe how like twisted it is. The idea of the stage is that the King of all Cosmos wants you to find the holy cow, and he puts you in a level. It's Katamari Damacy, so you're rolling up stuff. But if you roll any cow that's not the holy cow, the level ends, and just he just makes you start over basically. If you want to like if you want to get the actual constellation. And this level is such an interesting example of like twisting everything you know about the game. I keep saying twisted. Why do I say twisted so much? It What's a word besides twisted I could use? It subverts your expectations, whatever, same diff. Um, in how there's so many cows everywhere, and they're put in like the stupidest spots. Like, it's almost like little like landmines. Like it's crazy. Like there's, um, it doesn't. It's not just cows themselves that you can't pick up. It's also objects with cow patterns, so like a cow vending machine, people in cow suits. They have a lot of fun with it. Little cow traffic cones, and the level is so frustrating. But like, it's has that same fun of the other levels, so it's hard to like get mad at the game, and I just get mad at myself for not being able to do it. The cows are just everywhere, and it's just I feel like it cements that like idea of Katamari Damacy where of the whole dichotomy with the prince and the king of all cosmos, where the king of all cosmos he's very demanding, and how that's a allegory for like capitalism and like Kieta Takahashi's experiences with Namco. The way he chooses the first time you show any sign of what he's looking for, he just stops and says, "Okay, that's good enough." Like to me, that I feel like that's like a statement in a way, and thinking about that honestly makes the level a little better. Like I, there's something about like the horrible nature, like the horrible idea, just the frustration. Like it's weird because the rest of the game isn't that frustrating. It's almost like that initial barrier of the controls, because the controls are a little cumbersome until you get used to them. That's like the point. It's like that. It's I don't know. It's a fun little thing, um, but you get that feeling again where you're trying to expertly like go past these cows, almost like a stealth mission. And the way all the objects interact, like there's these giant oxes that try to push you and stuff. It's oh my god, it's so nerve wracking, and I don't even know if you're supposed to be able like they must have known when developing the game that these levels are like impossible. Like I've played them over and over again, but it's almost kind of nice because there's still something to work towards while playing the game. I can still like even though I've played the other levels to death and I've gotten pretty good like percentages on all of them, there's always something better. There's always like a better performance that can be had. And again, that reminds me of the whole dichotomy with the capitalism, because the way corporate structures work, they always want something to be better and better when it comes to like what they want, it being bigger and better. And with that like the expectations, like even though you can please the king of all cosmos momentarily, there's always something to work towards. Like there's always something bigger. I repeat myself way too much. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It's just interesting. Like other details, like how they give you the percentages on stages like Gemini, in Cancer, where you have to get all the crabs. Part of me, like even when you get like so many of them and you're feeling really good about it, seeing that percentage just kind of, it's a little irksome because it's like, oh, I guess I didn't get all of them. I could have done better. And you shouldn't feel like that because these levels are not like easy. Like especially getting to like 95%. Like a lot of these levels they're very difficult. So I think that like I don't know, that kind of disappointment, it really works with the game's doing. And I don't know, I feel like I need to talk about this to somebody and there's no one here to listen to me talk about Katamari Damacy. There are levels in We Heart Katamari that kind of give me the same feel, but in that game, I don't know, I feel like I get more frustrated when I play that game. Because in that context, I don't know, something about like the format and like how it's really easy to forget about the cow level in Katamari Damacy, the original game. Like it's on the screen, but the way the map is set up, you can just basically ignore it in like a second. Like it looks exactly like all the other ones. So I don't know. I do love the world map in Katamari. We Heart Katamari. It's very cute. Is this a pointless video? I think probably most videos I make are pointless. Whatever. Oh, also the idea of it, like the killer objects being like a cow, is so funny. Like the king of all cosmos just screams cow whenever you find one. He's like cow. There's so many amazing details like that within the game. Alright, moo.